Tenchu is a series of stealth action video games developed by Acquire and published by various companies. Here is an overview of each game in the Tenchu series. Tenchu, Stealth Assassins, 1998. The first game in the series, released on PlayStation. It follows two ninjas, Rikimaru and Ayame, as they complete missions for their lord. The game is known for its stealth-based gameplay and use of silent kills. Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassins, 2000. The second game in the series, also released on PlayStation. This game introduced new features such as the ability to play as additional characters, a new grappling hook, and the ability to kill enemies from above. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven, 2003. The third game in the series, released on PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. This game introduced new playable characters, expanded combat mechanics, and a new mission structure that allowed for more player choice. Tenchu, Return from Darkness, 2004. A re-release of Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven for Xbox. This version added new content, including new levels and playable characters. Tenchu, Fatal Shadows, 2004. The fourth game in the series released on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. This game introduced two new playable characters, Rin and Ayame's younger sister, and featured a new mechanic called Oboro Mode that allowed players to move more quickly and stealthily. Tenchu, Time of the Assassins, 2005. A spin-off game released for the PlayStation Portable. This game featured a new story and gameplay mechanics specifically designed for the handheld console. Tenchu, Dark Secret, 2006. Another spin-off game released for the Nintendo DS. This game features a new story and gameplay mechanics designed for the DS's touchscreen controls. Tenchu, Shadow Assassins, 2009. The fifth main game in the series, released for the Wii and PlayStation Portable. This game returned to the series' roots by focusing on stealth gameplay and introduced new features such as the ability to hide bodies and a new kill or spare system. Tenchu Z, 2006. A game developed exclusively for the Xbox 360. This game featured a new custom character creation system and a co-op multiplayer mode. Overall, the Tenchu series is known for its emphasis on stealth gameplay, historical Japanese setting, and memorable characters. Tenchu, Stealth Assassins follows the story of two ninja assassins, Rikimaru and Ayame, as they carry out various missions for their lord, Lord Goda, during the Sengoku period of feudal Japan. The game begins with Lord Goda receiving word that his rival, Lord Meo, has returned from exile and is plotting to overthrow him. Goda sends Rikimaru and Ayame to investigate and stop Meo's plans. Throughout the game, Rikimaru and Ayame complete missions ranging from rescuing hostages to assassinating key targets. They face opposition from Meo's forces, as well as other rival ninja clans. As the story progresses, Rikimaru and Ayame learn more about Meo's true intentions. They discover that he is seeking an ancient artifact known as the Stones of Power that will give him immense supernatural abilities. The Stones of Power are scattered throughout the game's levels and must be collected to prevent Meo from obtaining them. In the final mission, Rikimaru and Ayame infiltrate Meo's stronghold to confront him and prevent him from acquiring the final Stone of Power. After a fierce battle, they manage to defeat Meo and prevent him from obtaining the Stones of Power. The game features multiple endings, depending on the player's actions throughout the game. In the canon ending, Rikimaru and Ayame successfully prevent Meo from obtaining the Stones of Power and save Lord Goda's rule. Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassins continues the story of Rikimaru and Ayame, who are once again tasked with carrying out missions for Lord Goda during the Sengoku period of feudal Japan. The game begins with Rikimaru and Ayame investigating reports of a new enemy, a mysterious sorcerer named Tenrai, who is working to destabilize the region and seize power. The ninja discover that Tenrai has gathered a group of powerful warriors known as the Burning Dawn to aid him in his quest. Throughout the game, Rikimaru and Ayame complete various missions to stop Tenrai and the Burning Dawn. They must rescue hostages, gather information, and assassinate key targets. Along the way, they learn more about Tenrai's plans and the dark forces he is working with. As the story progresses, Rikimaru and Ayame discover that Tenrai is planning to summon a powerful demon named Onikage to aid him in his quest for power. They must find a way to stop Tenrai and his followers before they can complete the summoning ritual. In the final mission, Rikimaru and Ayame infiltrate Tenrai's stronghold to confront him and prevent the summoning of Onikage. They face off against the Burning Dawn and Tenrai's elite guards in a series of intense battles. Ultimately, they are able to defeat Tenrai and stop the summoning ritual, preventing the demon from entering the world. The game features multiple endings, depending on the player's actions throughout the game. In the canon ending, Rikimaru and Ayame successfully stop Tenrai and the Burning Dawn and prevent the summoning of Onekaje. They return to Lord Goda and are rewarded for their service. Tenchu. Wrath of Heaven is the third game in the Tenchu series, which once again follows the ninja assassins Rikimaru and Ayame as they carry out missions for Lord Goda during the Sengoku period of feudal Japan. The game begins with Rikimaru and Ayame receiving word that Lord Goda has been kidnapped by a group of shadow warriors known as the Burning Dawn. The ninja must rescue their lord and uncover the true nature of the Burning Dawn's plans. As the story progresses, Rikimaru and Ayame learn that the Burning Dawn is working with a powerful warlord named Lord Meo, who seeks to resurrect an ancient demon known as Tenrai. The ninja must stop the Burning Dawn and Lord Meo from achieving their goal and prevent the resurrection of the demon. Throughout the game, Rikimaru and Ayame complete various missions to gather information, rescue hostages, and assassinate key targets. They must also face off against the Burning Dawn's elite warriors, who have powerful abilities and unique fighting styles. In addition to Rikimaru and Ayame, the game introduces a third playable character, a young ninja named Tenchu, who has his own unique storyline. Tenchu is a former member of the Burning Dawn who now seeks redemption and works with Rikimaru and Ayame to stop his former allies. In the final mission, Rikimaru, Ayame, and Tenchu infiltrate Lord Meo's stronghold to confront him and prevent the resurrection of Tenrai. They face off against the Burning Dawn's most powerful warriors and finally engage in a climactic battle with Lord Meo himself. In the canon ending, Rikimaru and Ayame are able to defeat Lord Meo and stop the resurrection of Tenrai. They return to Lord Goda and are once again rewarded for their service. Tenchu's fate is left up to the player's actions, as he can choose to either continue working with Rikimaru and Ayame or take his own path. Overall, Tenchu. Wrath of Heaven is a thrilling and action-packed adventure that continues the story of the ninja assassins and their quest to protect their lord and maintain peace in feudal Japan. Tenchu. Return from Darkness is an expanded version of the previous game, Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven, with additional content and features. The game follows the same story as the original game, with ninja assassins Rikimaru, Ayame, and Tenchu tasked with stopping the Burning Dawn and their leader Lord Meo from resurrecting the demon Tenrai. The game also includes a new playable character, a female ninja named Rin, who has her own storyline and missions. In Rin's storyline, she is tasked with retrieving a powerful sword known as the Demon Blade, which has fallen into the hands of a group of bandits. Rin must infiltrate the bandits' stronghold and retrieve the blade before it falls into the wrong hands. Throughout the game, Rikimaru, Ayame, Tenchu, and Rin complete various missions to gather information, rescue hostages, and assassinate key targets. They must also face off against the Burning Dawn's elite warriors, who have powerful abilities and unique fighting styles. In addition to the original game's storyline, Return from Darkness includes new missions, enemies, and items. The game also introduces a multiplayer mode, allowing players to compete in various modes such as assassination and capture the flag. In the final mission, the ninja assassins infiltrate Lord Meo's stronghold to confront him and prevent the resurrection of Tenrai. They face off against the Burning Dawn's most powerful warriors and finally engage in a climactic battle with Lord Meo himself. In the canon ending, Rikimaru and Ayame are able to defeat Lord Meo and stop the resurrection of Tenrai. Tenchu's fate is left up to the player's actions, as he can choose to either continue working with Rikimaru and Ayame or take his own path. Rin's storyline concludes with her successfully retrieving the Demon Blade and returning it to Lord Goda. Overall, Tenchu. Return from Darkness adds new content and features to the original game's thrilling and action-packed adventure, giving players even more ways to experience the world of feudal Japan and the lives of its ninja assassins. Tenchu. Fatal Shadows is the fourth game in the Tenchu series and features two new playable characters, the female ninja duo of Rin and Ayame's apprentice, named Kurenai. The game takes place in feudal Japan during the late 16th century and follows Rin and Kurenai as they embark on a mission to stop a group of bandits led by a ruthless warlord named Tenrai, who is also seeking to resurrect the demon lord Onekaja. Throughout the game, Rin and Kurenai must complete various missions, ranging from gathering intelligence, infiltrating enemy strongholds, and assassinating key targets. Along the way, they uncover clues about Tenrai's ultimate plan and his connection to Onikaji. The game introduces new gameplay mechanics, such as the ability to play as both Rin and Kurenai in the same mission, and the ability to execute cooperative stealth attacks with your partner. As the story progresses, Rin and Kurenai discover that Tenrai has made a pact with Onikaji, who has promised to help him resurrect the demon in exchange for his loyalty. They also learn that Tenrai has captured Ayame, and they must rescue her and stop Tenrai's plan before it's too late. In the final mission, Rin and Kurenai infiltrate Tenrai's stronghold to rescue Ayame and confront Tenrai and Onikaji. They must battle through hordes of enemies and overcome several challenging bosses, including the powerful Onikaji. In the canon ending, Rin and Kurenai are able to defeat Tenrai and Onikaji, saving Japan from their evil plans. Ayame is rescued and returns to her life as a ninja, while Rin and Kurenai continue to work together as a team of deadly assassins. Overall, Tenchu. Fatal Shadows offers a new and exciting adventure in the Tenchu series, with the addition of 2 new playable characters and new gameplay mechanics that enhance the stealth action gameplay. Tenchu. Time of the Assassins is a Tenchu game released for the PlayStation Portable in 2005. It is a retelling of the events of the first game, Tenchu Stealth Assassins, with some changes and additions to the story. The game takes place in feudal Japan during the 16th century and follows the story of 2 ninja assassins, Rikimaru and Ayame, who are tasked with stopping the evil Lord Mayo and his cult, the Burning Dawn, from resurrecting the demon lord Tenrai. Throughout the game, Rikimaru and Ayame complete various missions, ranging from gathering intelligence and rescuing hostages to assassinating key targets and infiltrating enemy strongholds. They also face off against the Burning Dawn's elite warriors, who have powerful abilities and unique fighting styles. The game introduces some new gameplay mechanics, such as the ability to switch between Rikimaru and Ayame at any time during a mission, and the ability to earn and spend points to upgrade their weapons and abilities. As the story progresses, Rikimaru and Ayame uncover more information about the Burning Dawn's plans and their connection to Lord Mayo. They also discover that Lord Mayo has been manipulating them all along, and that their mission to stop the Burning Dawn was merely a ploy to distract them from his true goal, to obtain the power of the demon lord, Tenrai. In the final mission, Rikimaru and Ayame infiltrate Lord Mayo's stronghold to confront him and prevent the resurrection of Tenrai. They must battle through hordes of enemies and overcome several challenging bosses, including Lord Mayo himself. In the canon ending, Rikimaru and Ayame are able to defeat Lord Mayo and stop the resurrection of Tenrai. However, in a twist ending, it is revealed that their victory was merely a temporary setback, as the demon lord still exists and poses a threat to the world. Overall, Tenchu. Time of the Assassins offers a reimagining of the original game's story with some new additions and enhancements, and provides a challenging and immersive experience for fans of the Tenchu series. Tenchu. Dark Secret is a Tenchu game released for the Nintendo DS in 2006. The game features the return of Rikimaru and Ayame as playable characters, and introduces a new character named Tatsumaru, who is a former member of the Azuma ninja clan. The game takes place in feudal Japan during the 16th century, and follows the story of Rikimaru, Ayame, and Tatsumaru, as they attempt to stop a group of rebels who seek to overthrow the ruling government and plunge Japan into chaos. Throughout the game, the 3 ninja complete various missions, ranging from gathering intelligence and rescuing hostages, to assassinating key targets and infiltrating enemy strongholds. They also face off against powerful bosses, and encounter several plot twists along the way. The game introduces some new gameplay mechanics, such as the ability to use the Nintendo DS touchscreen to perform stealth kills and other ninja techniques, and the ability to play as all 3 characters in the same mission. As the story progresses, Rikimaru, Ayame, and Tatsumaru uncover more information about the rebel group's plans and their connection to a mysterious woman named Akame. They also learn more about Tatsumaru's past and his complicated relationship with the Azuma ninja clan. In the final mission, the 3 ninja infiltrate the rebel group's stronghold to confront their leader and prevent their plan from coming to fruition. They must battle through hordes of enemies and overcome several challenging bosses, including the powerful Akame. In the canon ending, Rikimaru, Ayame, and Tatsumaru are able to defeat the rebels and stop their plan. Tatsumaru also finds redemption and comes to terms with his past, while Rikimaru and Ayame continue their work as ninja assassins. Overall, Tenchu. Dark Secret offers a new and challenging Tenchu experience for the Nintendo DS, with the addition of a new character and new gameplay mechanics that enhance the stealth action gameplay. Tenchu Shadow Assassins is a Tenchu game released for the Wii and PSP in 2009. The game follows the story of two ninja assassins, Rikimaru and Ayame, as they carry out various missions and uncover a sinister plot involving a mysterious organization known as the Kuroya. The game takes place in feudal Japan during the 16th century, and begins with Rikimaru and Ayame being hired by a wealthy merchant to retrieve a stolen item. However, they soon discovered that the theft was orchestrated by the Kuroya, a powerful and secretive organization that seeks to overthrow the ruling government and take control of Japan. As the story progresses, Rikimaru and Ayame complete various missions for different clients, each of which leads them closer to uncovering the truth behind the Kuroya's plans. Along the way, they encounter several powerful enemies, including the Kuroya's elite assassins and their leader, Onikaje. The game introduces some new gameplay mechanics, such as the ability to perform simultaneous stealth kills with both Rikimaru and Ayame, and the ability to use environmental objects to create distractions and traps. As the story reaches its climax, Rikimaru and Ayame infiltrate the Kuroya's stronghold to confront Onikaje and prevent their plan from coming to fruition. They must battle through hordes of enemies and overcome several challenging bosses, including the powerful Onikaje. In the canon ending, Rikimaru and Ayame are able to defeat the Kuroya and prevent their plan from succeeding. However, they also discover that the Kuroya's true leader is a mysterious figure known only as the Hidden Master, and that their battle is far from over. Overall, Tenchu Shadow Assassins offers a new and challenging Tenchu experience for the Wii and PSP, with the addition of new gameplay mechanics and a compelling story that keeps players engaged from beginning to end. Tenchu Z is a Tenchu game released for the Xbox 360 in 2006. The game follows the story of a customizable player-created ninja who is recruited by the Azuma clan to complete various missions and protect Japan from threats both foreign and domestic. The game takes place in feudal Japan during the 16th century and begins with the player's ninja completing a series of basic training missions to learn the ropes of being a ninja. They are then given a series of increasingly difficult missions to complete, ranging from gathering intelligence and rescuing hostages to assassinating key targets and infiltrating enemy strongholds. As the player progresses through the game, they gain access to new weapons, equipment, and abilities, which they can use to customize their ninja to their liking. They also encounter several powerful enemies, including rival ninja clans, invading foreign armies, and supernatural beings. The game features a cooperative multiplayer mode, in which up to 4 players can complete missions together, as well as a competitive multiplayer mode, in which players can compete against each other in various ninja-themed games. The game's story culminates in a final mission, in which the player's ninja must defend a castle against a massive invasion force. They must battle through hordes of enemies and overcome several challenging bosses, including the powerful general leading the invasion. In the canon ending, the player's ninja is able to successfully defend the castle and repel the invasion. They are praised for their bravery and skill, and are offered a position as a permanent member of the Azuma clan. Overall, Tenchu Z offers a customizable and engaging Tenchu experience for the Xbox 360, with a variety of missions and gameplay modes to keep players entertained. While the game lacks a strong central narrative or memorable characters, its focus on player choice and customization makes it a unique and enjoyable addition to the Tenchu series, creating historical Japan. It has also been criticized for its sometimes clunky controls and difficulty spikes. Despite this, the franchise has maintained a dedicated fan base and is considered a classic of the stealth genre.